And that leads me straight into another question. Where do we find hope in the current political climate, which seems to go in the opposite direction of the system's view of life? And another related question, how can we best use this forum to synergize our work and aim for system health and change in the world? Well, when I read these questions, I was reminded of the cultural revolution in South Africa, this tremendous political change in 1989. And I happen to know a sociologist, a professor of sociology at the University of Stellenbosch. His name is Mark Swilling, and he was a student of mine at Schumacher College in the early 90s. And Mark told us the following story. He said that for many years before 1989, small groups and networks had formed secretly under the apartheid regime to discuss alternative values and alternative visions for the future of South Africa after apartheid. And then a dramatic event happened. And the dramatic event happened in 1989. It was the death of the president, whose name was Botha. And when President Botha died, his successor was F.W. de Klerk. And at that point, public opinion was well prepared for negotiations with the ANC, and the people in the ANC who had taken part in these clandestine conversations were also well prepared to enter into dialogue. And so de Klerk decided to go for dialogue, and the ANC decided to go for dialogue. And as they say, the rest is history. Apartheid finished, Nelson Mandela was freed, became president, and so on and so forth. So according to my friend Mark, this cultural revolution could not have happened without the persistent networking and discussions in previous years. Well, I think this story holds a valuable lesson for us today, and especially here in the United States. The current political situation in America, in my view, is an aberration. And it will change with a dramatic event, sooner or later. At that point, we need to be prepared for a future, for an alternative that is ecologically sustainable and socially just. And this, in fact, is one of my goals with this course and with our alumni network, to create a global network of systemic thinkers who embrace the core values of human dignity and ecological sustainability, and who will be ready to assume leadership when the time comes.